You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty Podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor, Patty Spitler.
From Wish TV, I'm Pet Pals TV host Patty Spitler, and this is, yes, say it together, the Positively Patty Podcast on the All Indiana Podcast Network. And on this episode, it's really very important. We're talking about ICAN, Indiana Canine Assistant Network, and Sean Diamond is the Director of Training. Very important questions. Do you need a service dog? What is a service dog? How do they train the service dogs? And how you need to spot it. That's a growing concern if you see a fake service dog. Just don't do it. It's one thing not to know. It's another thing to know and not take the right precautions, right? So you want to do all the right things. Again, ICAN coming up on the Positively Patty Podcast. And now, Positively Patty Podcast, we're with Sean Diamond. And Sean is the Director of Training for ICAN. ICAN, Indiana Canine Assistant Network?
Correct.
Okay. How long have you been around?
I've been involved with ICAN for going on 17 years in different capacities. I've been director of training for about close to 7.5 years.
Wow. And ICAN was started in?
2001.
Right. So you folks have been around a long time. I remember doing, way back when we started Pet Pals TV, one of the first stories I did, we went to the women's prison and followed some people who were there who were training the dogs. So who trains these service dogs?
So we're currently in 3 correctional facilities in Indiana, 2 of the men's facilities, Pendleton Correctional Facility and the Correctional Industrial Facility in Pendleton. They're male facilities, and we're still at the Indiana Women's Prison.
Mm-hmm. That's where I did the story at the women's prison before. And let's just start with the very basics. What is a service dog? There's a lot of misconceptions still out there, and I know you have to deal with it too. So, basic, what's a service dog?
A service dog's a dog that is trained and provides a service to an individual with a developmental or physical disability.
Like you said, that developmental, it could be post-traumatic stress disorder.
Sure.
It could be maybe they need a wheelchair. Maybe they need help opening a door. So it covers a lot of areas, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, I know this isn't your area, but a therapy dog is not a service dog. A therapy dog loves everybody, right?
Correct. The therapy dog has certain characteristics that could go in and provide love, affection, and comfort to many people, like visiting a nursing home or similar things like that.
Or hospitals or things like that. Yeah.
Correct.
My first Bernese Mountain Dog, my Louie, was a therapy dog when he turned 5 years old. He loved everybody. It was don't make me cry. It was wonderful to see. But service dogs, there's another little trick there, is if you see a dog out and they're not focused on their handler owner, that's not a service dog. They should only be they're not looking around at what's going on and going up to see other people have them pet them. They're with that handler and that's it, correct?
Correct. And like you mentioned, especially in certain instances that they may have post-traumatic stress syndrome or something like that, where they may need something at a specific time, and that dog has to be aware of it at all times, or counterbalancing an individual with balance assist.
Also I know this has been happening recently, if someone is diabetic or the low blood sugar or something like that, the dogs can smell it before the episode happens and alert you.
They do. They're incredible. I've been doing this a long time, and I still shake my head at some of the things they can do. But yes, diabetic alert dogs are one of the service dogs that can be provided.
Wow, that's just, and it's all, they know what they smell or see. It's just training them to alert their handler or the people around them. That's
correct.
That's what it is.
And sometimes go at that point, alert them until they woke, and then go get the insulin kit or
the medicine.
Yes.
I know Charlie Kimball, who's a race car driver, has diabetes, and he has a service dog. And people would say to him, he told me that, they would say, "Oh, you don't have a disability. You don't look like you have a disability." So it doesn't have to be something you can see.
Correct. Invisible disabilities are an issue when with certain individuals bringing service dogs into public, and people have to be aware that there are things that individuals need a service dog for that you may not see because they're not in a wheelchair.
Right.
Or something
Right.
like that.
Right, correct. And the two things you can ask an owner handler when you see that they have a service dog are?
You can ask 2 questions under the American Disabilities Act. It is it a service dog, and what service does it perform?
And you cannot ask, what is your disability?
Correct.
Although, if you have a wheelchair, I mean, that's pretty obvious. But again, harkening back to what you said about it, an invisible disability, you're not supposed to press them on that. Okay.
Correct.
And you really shouldn't go up and pet them, should you?
No, as we talked about before, the dog's focus needs to remain on the individual that needs the service dog.
The service dog. Emotional support dogs and oh, hi there, sweetie. Frankie's here with us, and he's a service dog in training.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Frankie, you're such a good boy. You're getting ready to graduate. Emotional support animals. That's another whole different ball game. And these animals do what?
So emotional support animals provide that comfort to a certain individual that has an emotional need. Extreme anxiety or something similar to that. They are not covered under the American Disabilities Act to go in public. Same with therapy dogs. They're not covered under the American Disabilities Act.
Therapy dogs are invited into the facility for the most part. And emotional support dogs or pets, there's also, remember the emotional support peacock? Someone tried to take onto a plane.
They did.
Oh my goodness! And now planes are making their own rules.
They actually made their rules.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
But emotional support that can help with housing to get you in if they say there's no pets allowed. So you need a doctor's written permission for that. And it can help on planes. But again, planes make their own rules and they keep changing all the time.
Yes.
Okay.
They keep changing.
They keep changing.
It's up to them.
So again, we're talking with Sean Diamond. He is the director of training for ICAN, Indiana Canine Assistant Network. How do you? We mentioned a little bit how to spot a dog that's not a service dog, but let's talk about some of the training. How it takes them quite a. You don't just put a vest on this dog. It takes a long time.
Sure. ICAN trains dogs for 2 years in the correctional facilities and with over 240 volunteers that we have that take them into public for weeks at a time everywhere they go. So it's 2 years of 24/7 training pretty much.
And not all of them graduate because you're asking a dog not to be a dog. Don't chase the squirrel. Don't pick up the food under the table. Don't go up to anybody else and ask them to love you. So it's really a lot to ask.
We ask a lot of abnormal behaviors for a dog that is not natural to them. So we're Indiana Canine Assistant Network's at about 60% over the last 3 years of dogs that go into the program that graduate. Under Assistance Dogs International, our accrediting body, they're about overall 54% throughout the world. But it does take quite a bit, and the dog has to enjoy it. We will not place a dog that really doesn't enjoy having to be the focus. We want the dog's welfare first.
Frankie's now put his head on my shoe, but now we got a little scratch there, Frankie. He's a good boy. Also, and I think this is true, correct me if I'm wrong, your dogs are bred for this, meaning you know the mom dog and the dad dog, and you're pretty sure some of the personality of the puppies, right?
We do. We have our own breeding program, and we are part of a co-op through Assistance Dogs International in North America that we share puppies and breeding.
You got a little itch there, Frankie. I got a little itch there too. Now we're both scratching. That feels better. Would you suggest if someone, even though we have just said, don't buy a fake service dog vest for $49 on the internet? Geez, I mean, it's one thing if you don't know. It's another thing you do know and you do it. That's wrong. Don't. But should you suggest? Now Frankie's got a vest on. Do you suggest they have a vest that lets people know?
So, by law, under the American Disabilities Act, they don't have to have a vest. You don't have to have a card because really there's no official registration to this point. We have our dogs wear vests at all times when they're in public because, one, it's our brand. We want to get our brand out there. But
they're
two,
blue.
it
You
helps
can see
facilitate
blue,
that it's a service dog or a service dog in training because Indiana allows the same access to service dogs in training. And we want to facilitate the ease of that, especially with our clients that already that need the service dogs that have disabilities.
Yeah, he's sniffing me now. I think he smells Stewie or Mabel.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
he
know.
does.
I got doggies at home too. Yes, I do. What a good boy. what happens when the dog gets, some people are concerned, what happens when the dog gets older and can no longer perform his task as a service dog? What do you suggest?
We retire the dog virtually always. The person keeps the dog
Wants
as
to
a pet,
keep them,
and
right.
they are eligible for a successor dog. To apply for a successor dog if they want, and we would actually put them near the top of the list.
Right. Oh, that's wonderful.
To keep the
Yeah. Now, if someone's listening and they're intrigued and they're interested and they're concerned and they want a service dog in Indiana, what's their first steps? What do they need to do?
The first step is decide who you want to get the dog from, because ICAN. You can go on our website, icandog.org.
ICANdog.org. Remember that. It's ICANdog. If you don't put the dog in there, it takes you somewhere else. ICANdog.org. Go ahead.
And our Director of Client Services, Sandy Clark, will work with them on applying and seeing if they're eligible. But I'm not going to sit here and say that there isn't other capable organizations and individuals that can train service dogs very well. So the first step would be talk to people, do some research, and what you expect from a service dog.
Mm-hmm. And what is your disability? So
Sure.
You don't train guide dogs, do you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's a guide dog location, I think, up east somewhere.
There's several. There's in California, Michigan has leader dogs.
Yep.
And yes, assistance dogs are both service dogs and guide dogs under the definition. So
to ask a dog to help you to cross the street is absolutely mind-boggling.
They amaze me. We're both around dogs all the time for many, many years and work with dogs, and they still amaze me.
You know, now, we didn't talk about this beforehand, so I hope I'm not going in the wrong direction here. You correct me if I'm wrong. That's okay. Like a dog, I need to be corrected, Sit, stay. They were working on something for the COVID that the dog can smell the virus. Have they progressed with that? I know, we're on the eve of the vaccinations and all that, but what happened there?
Actually, yes, that started with medical detection out of the UK. Dr. Claire Guest runs it. I know her, and she. Now several different organizations have done some research and training in that, and they've shown that they can detect COVID-19.
So if you don't feel well, and dogs can detect also cancer.
Sure.
They can. I mean, when they found that out, I was like, wow, they can detect seizures before they happen.
Yes.
So the dog will nudge you, and they know something's wrong, but then you've got to follow up and find out exactly what it is.
And a lot of times, after they've been with you a while, they know something's wrong before it happens.
Yeah.
Because they can sense before we can a change in the chemicals in our body.
Is that wonderful?
It's amazing.
I know we're smiling at each other here. I wish you could see that. Of course, Frankie's taking a nap because that's his critique of our conversation. Yes. Again, people want to get a hold of you now. They're intrigued. Where did they go online first? You would suggest?
Yeah, do research. Go online. Our website has a lot of different information on it that may answer some of your questions. It also has all our emails and phone numbers of which staff member you would need for whatever you're interested in, and to contact us. That's all on there for whatever.
You've got a 20th celebration coming up, 20-year celebration, haven't you? Let's hope we can all get together and celebrate.
I'm thinking, yes, we do, and I'm hoping by next fall, winter is yes.
Right. Well, that's the other good thing about the pets. We can I can't get close to you and shake your hand, but I can pet my dog. Yeah. So they have saved us in yet another way, mentally.
And I will tell you, they've helped the handlers in the facilities, too, because we're all adapting and going through a stressful time.
Yeah.
The offenders in the facilities already have stress, and now this added and some more restrictions, but to have the dogs, they're therapeutic for all of us.
I know. And again, ICAN been around about 20 years now, so this isn't a fly-by-night operation. You can trust what they do. Sean Diamond, again, is our Director of Training. What have these dogs done for you?
What have these dogs done for me? Well, I'm amazed I'm doing this. First of all, it's not my favorite thing to do.
Oh, you did great.
Our president, Jillian Ashton, she says you have to have a least favorite part of your job, but it is one part of my role. But the dogs, to me, have actually done what they do to some clients. I'm very much an introvert. I have to get out.
Oh, come on. You know
am
what? I was too.
completely-
Only child, and I used to go out and play with the animals, so I understand completely.
Yeah, I practiced for this social distancing all my life. So, but because of my role and overseeing the program department, I have to get out there and talk to people. I have to teach the handlers. It's also built my confidence like nothing I've ever seen. That was a major fault issue with me that I need to work on, because I've noticed my strengths. I've been able to get out there and teach and talk to people and actually socialize, where my strengths have built my confidence.
I love it. I'm going to cry. This is great. And I'm going to tease you, too. We're going to come back and do a TV story on Pet Pals TV with Sean Diamond and his personal journey, because that's pretty amazing. Oh, now don't be an introvert. You could do it. We'll do it.
I'll do anything that helps other people. If you help one person, because other people have helped me.
Wow. And the dogs have helped us.
Oh, most definitely.
Definitely. Okay. Sean Diamond, hey, Director of Training at ICAN. It was a pleasure. I virtually shake your hand and hug you. And Pet Frankie. Again, get a hold of them at icandog.org. We're going to have more in the coming weeks and months. And 2021, you can't get here soon enough. And we'll follow up with more stories with ICAN and some of the amazing things you do. So good to reconnect with you and ICAN, and thank you for what you do.
We appreciate what you do, and you having us here, we very much appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very wonderful. All right. That's it. We're going to pause now, and that's the Positively Patty podcast. Thank you. This has been the Positively Patty podcast from Wish TV. I'm Patty Spiller. We thank you. We want you to make sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast. Check out all our new updates every week. It's news you'll enjoy and news you need to know. You can also learn more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at petpalstv.com and stay with Wish TV online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.